Hello world. I wanted to make another video demonstrating math dictation with Talon, and that's what I have open here. Talon is basically a whole voice coding solution, not just like specific to voice coding, but anything like controlling your computer with your voice, along with other things like eye tracking, so you can hook it into eye trackers and these sort of things. And it's cross-platform, so it works on Linux, Windows, Mac OS. So this is like the best solution I was able to find, and the most like efficient solution that I was able to find to help me dictate code, math, anything that I need to. One of the big problems with Dragon is, first of all, Dragon is like clunky. I feel like it's slow. Um, the other big thing, and the thing is for Talon, the developer has written his own speech engine, which he developed off of Facebook's speech engine that they've written. Facebook Research's speech engine. And he's actively working on that. He's very helpful on Slack. They have a Slack group where you can get a lot of help. Um, the one of the most important things is that Talon works on Linux. If you want to run Dragon on Linux, then you need to set it up in a virtual machine. You need to run like a Windows virtual machine, set up a server between them, and then have your host send your input to the virtual machine, and then Dragon will process it and send it back. So it adds this middleman. It's clunky, uses memory and all that sort of stuff. Um, so this has been awesome. The speech engine the developer has written is really fast. It's still in development, so there are like quirks every once in a while, but like I never have any trouble using it. So yeah, I'm just going to I'll be dictating math today. I'm not gonna do any code or anything. Maybe I'll demonstrate that later because these days I'm dictating a lot more code than math. But over here on the right, I have like the Talon repository. So how it works is that the developer wrote Talon, and then the community writes scripts that hook into Talon to offer functionality. So the main community repository is this J Talon, and over here, a lot of the common things that anyone would need to like dictate code and these sort of things, they've been defined. So like in language, if you need to dictate like Python, the constructs and the commands that you would need to dictate Python have been defined, right? For using different applications like on Windows, if you need to use Chrome, Firefox, Notepad, Slack, commands have been defined to be able to use those applications and control those with your voice. There's a lot more to it. I'm not going to go into too much steps, but a lot of the commands I'll be using today are defined under MathFly here. Um, and so basically the creator of MathFly, Mike Roberts, he was like nice enough to port many of the commands for MathFly to Talon and write up a bunch of scripts. So I'll link to this. I'll link to Talon and the repository and like the community repository and this MathFly stuff in the description. But so he was nice enough to port all of this so that I'm able to use it. I've added a lot of my own specific commands for linear algebra and for like things that help me take notes. So maybe I'll like point those out as I go. But yeah, I'm just going to dictate some math. I'm going to dictate like a theorem, a proof, and then I'll show how I would do like a matrix operation. There might be bugs and stuff. It might not be perfect. But I just want to show like one example of like how I would be using Talon. I actually like dictate slower because I'm usually thinking as I dictate, but I'm going to try to go a little fast. Um, but yeah, if there are mistakes or something, I'm not going to be too worried about it. Usually there are like a couple of mistakes here and there as I go. So Talon runs in a terminal. So I was running it before. I'm just gonna start that, and the first thing it's gonna do is gonna load like all the scripts that we've defined. And now it loaded the speech engine and everything. Phrase testing. Talon sleep. So yeah, we're good. Talon's running. Okay, and it didn't go to sleep. Idea, properties of the trace of a matrix. Enter. Proof let, math, ship air, comma, ship bat, member, ship made, subscript, near, comma, near, go right, parents, real numbers, push, phrase and, push math, read, push, phrase be a scalar, period, space, title then, colon, enter, one right parent, space, math, trace parents, ship air transpose, go right, equals, trace parents, ship air, push, slap, title proof, colon, enter, math, trace parens, ship air transpose, go right, equals, delete, go right, equals, summation, sit equals 1, go up second, near, Talon sleep. So yeah, sometimes like, so I went to, like, some, I think it's like based on some sort of commands, like it's harder to chain them. And then yeah, there was this spelling mistake. I'll usually fix these at the end. It's not a big deal. So I just said go up second. It was supposed to go up here, but maybe like sometimes chaining commands, or yeah, it'll just like go off sometimes. Talon wake, near, go right, parens, ship air transpose, go right, subscript, sit, push, phrase, definition of trace, enter, math, equals, summation, sit equals 1, go up second, near, go right, ship air subscript, sit, push, phrase, definition of transpose, enter, math, equals, trace, parens, ship air, push, phrase, definition of trace of a matrix, enter, Talon sleep. So the reason that this showed up as like TR and this showed up like that is because I have transpose and trace defined to show up like this, or like to show up as that. When I use it in a complete sentence, it won't interpret it as a command. So this is because of my own setup. I actually, like, if I said like definition of transpose of a matrix, it would work. When I said definition of trace of a matrix here, it showed up properly. So this is because it ends up interpreting this as a command, and that's just because of the, I can set it up so it won't do that. But for speed, I have it like it's, I have it, the way I have it set up, I don't, there's these things called anchors. I think it's to do with that. So anyways, so that's just like a proof, and usually like I would, after I'm done, I would go back and like fix these sort of things when I have time to edit. These mistakes usually will not happen. Like I will usually dictate the full thing of a matrix. It doesn't cost me much more time. So like you can see, like one of the things I did, like many times I have to dictate theorems. So this is like, so I have it set up here. So this is a command here where I say idea and then I say any phrase, and it will insert the word theorem, like this phrase here, with a dash, and then it will format whatever the name of the theorem is, so that like in like a title format, so that all the major words are capitalized, and then put a colon at the end. So this is something very useful for me in my notes. I use it a lot, and so I can dictate theorems, and then I have a similar definition. I have a similar like command for definitions. So these are like Talon commands that I've defined that help me with my note taking and make it much faster. So yeah, now I'll just like demonstrate like dictating a matrix. I think I showed one in MathFly, but it's similar in Talon. I've come up with, like, I use row operations a lot, so I'll show like what a row operation would look like. So just really quickly, Talon wake, display mode, matrix 2 by 2, 1 tab, 2 tab, 3 tab, 4 tab, go right, operation, switch 1 by 2, matrix 2 by 2, 3 tab, 4 tab, 1 tab, 2 tab, 3 tab, 4 tab, 1 tab, 2 tab. Talon sleep. Okay, so there was some lag there, and I thought I should have repeated it, but I didn't need to. So yeah, that's like dictating a matrix. The cool thing is like how like I've set up these operations so I can like say the row numbers, and I will be able to like denote the operations, and I use this a lot in my work. Like, so here's like an assignment. So I have like row, it's very easy to dictate row searching operations. It's very easy over here, like row 3. I'm here, let me like zoom in if that's hard to see. So like over here, although this is the wrong row number, let me find another one. So like row 1 to 1/2 of row 1, like I'm able to dictate this very quickly using voice commands. So that's pretty much it. I can view this as a PDF now. So Talon wake, view PDF, Talon sleep. So I can just command it to open up the PDF. Usually I would just focus into the PDF viewer. I have it open on another monitor, so I have to drag it here anyways. But I can usually just say like focus PDF, and it will focus the PDF viewer. So yeah, this is the file. And obviously it has spelling mistakes, which I would normally fix. That being the main one. This is like a command mistake that I can fix later. Here is the matrix that I dictated. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you found that interesting, and maybe like soon I'll make a video demonstrating coding with Talon, which is what I've been spending a lot more time of me doing.